everyone, my name is Ariel. As you already know, I am autistic, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my space. I have a space where I enjoy and feel comfortable doing these videos, and so I'm super excited to start it here. I don't even know how to begin this video. It's being autistic and having a relationship. So why relationships may not work out because we are autistic, or what are relationships like with an autistic person. I don't want to say that I've dated a lot of people, or I've talked to a lot of people, or had a lot of relationships, but let me backtrack really quick, because I also feel like dating and talking go hand in hand. I don't understand the difference between I'm dating so-and-so or, well, I'm just talking to so-and-so, because I feel like if I'm talking to you, I'm getting to know you, hence then I'm also dating you. So if I'm dating you, then I'm talking to you, hence how I'm talking to you. It's like we're getting to know each other, we're talking and dating. I've never really understood that term. Now, dating and relationship, I get how that's different. So maybe we're just dating and getting to know each other, also talking, and then maybe we move into a relationship. So now we're maybe more serious, definitely committed to one another. So that's, for me, that's the difference between dating and having a relationship. Yeah, I am definitely the type of person that enjoys something long-term, or I'm striving for something long-term. So if I start dating you, well, really, if I have an interest in you and then we start dating, I'm gonna want to work towards, having a relationship with you. So let's say that I'm with someone and we've been together for a few months. Well, of course, if you just know me, then you already know that I am autistic. I mean, it's everywhere to be seen, to be heard, to be known. And for me, it's just what you already know. So I don't really have to tell you now, but sometimes I still want to just say, there's something that I want to tell you. You may or may not already know, but I am autistic. However, the longer we start dating and the more we build to a relationship, then the more of my stems, or me being overwhelmed, more of my autistic traits that are going to come out. And in my previous relationships, I have noticed that it does cause them to have some resistance, and then it also causes them to be kind of scared, like, oh my god, I really didn't think that dating someone that's autistic would be, this or that. And we are just humans. We are just like everybody else. We just have these things that make us different. It's nothing to be scared of or to run away from. What I've learned by navigating through the dating world as an autistic is it can be challenging. It's very challenging to understand our needs and wants and expectations, but then we also have to take in consideration of our partner, their needs, wants, and expectations. So we're trying to balance ourselves, but also find it with you. And sometimes, we have a special interest. So for example, mine is Taylor Swift. Anything that involves Taylor Swift, I could tell you about it. But she's not my only special interest. She's just my highest one. So, lost it, here we go. I'm gonna always wanna talk about Taylor Swift. anything that she's done or anything that involves her, or I'm going to listen to her music. Her music is also very therapeutic for me. A lot of people on the spectrum have certain songs or artists that help them from day to day, and that's what Taylor Swift does for me. But a relationship can also become an autistic person's special interest. So we're going to want to talk about it with our friends. We're going to share stories and just anything that would involve who we're involved with. We're going to want to put that out there. And a lot of people don't really, they want you to talk about them, but they don't want you to talk about them. So for me, that I don't. Also, what I've learned is they might feel as if we are too needy, maybe clingy, but I also feel like needy and clingy kind of go hand in hand. But we're not really needy people, or I mean, I'm not needy, but and to define the term needy, right? I don't need you, I want you, I have a desire for you. So for me, if I'm with someone and I become needy, it's because I just enjoy your company. I just simply want to sit next to you, or drink some coffee with you. I looked at my coffee mug and I saw and thought about it. I maybe want to drink coffee with you, or get up in the mornings and sit outside. And you know, as autistic people, we kind of imagine doing certain things and adding you into our routine, and a lot of neurotypicals don't really think that way, and I didn't really notice that for a while. I don't like the term being needy or clingy, because we just want to include you in our day-to-day. So I was also with someone and I said, hey, I feel kind of needy today, and they would just kind of blow it off. Well, then it makes me feel weird, because even if I already expressed to them that why I feel needy, and it's not me needing your attention, it's just, you know, just enjoy talking to you, enjoy sitting with you, that sort of thing. We're just comfortable with you. They take it as, okay, great, now I have to go see this person, or now I have to call them, or can you just kind of give me some space? I can't deal with this right now. So it makes us feel a little discouraged. Another thing that I've learned is saying that we need reassurance. And really, it's not us saying, you know, well, can you just give me some kind of reassurance for the day, or I need to know if you still like me. It's more of, I get like that common love language of words of affirmation. We enjoy having even just a little bit extra of reassurance. And I didn't really put two and two together of that until I was recently with someone, and they had said, well, when you say you needed reassurance, I didn't really think anything was wrong, so I didn't know how to reassure you. There's not necessarily anything wrong. I just, you know, it could be something simple like, hey, I was thinking about you today. Oh, okay, thanks. Or, hey, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Just, you know, just those little things. There's also this changing and canceling of plans. So let's say that we've been together for a couple months now, and we see each other every Tuesday, and then a Tuesday comes up and you tell the autistic person that you're dating, you know, today is not really a good day for me, or can I just see you on Sunday instead of Tuesday? Well, we're probably gonna say okay and, you know, respect you and your space and your time, because we also need our own space and time to recollect, recharge just a little bit. But we will also question and overthink the fact that you changed our normal day of seeing each other to a different day. And it's not so much of we're questioning it as if, well, hey, does this person still like me, or is this person doing something else? You know, I always believe you when you say something, and I give you the benefit of the doubt, but it's more of we're questioning how much we mean to you. So how much do you value us? Because we've added you into our routine, and we've made Tuesday a day in our routine that we're gonna see you, and now we have all this extra time, and we have this whole day where it's unaccounted for, and then we're out of balance. And so now we have to just completely switch that and move it to a totally different day. A lot of us struggle to cope with anxiety, and that's really just, we don't know what to say in certain conversations. So saying I don't know. And I dated someone a while back, and that was before I really started to learn more about myself and be open to everyone about being autistic. So I always said I don't know. I could say I don't know in any conversation, and it seemed to have really bugged them. But because, you know, they would say, stop saying you don't know when I know you do know. Well, I really don't know, and it's not anything against us or against you. It's, we simply don't know. This one kind of goes into not knowing how to respond in certain situations or conversations. So playing the role of an interpreter, and I know that can be exhausting for a neurotypical dating someone that is autistic, but it's really, if we don't understand something, or we understand but we don't understand it to the fullest, we're gonna need you to break it down. And I remember saying this a few times with someone that I've dated. I would just say, what? And they'd have to repeat it again, and I would say, okay, no, I still don't get it. So they would say it again, and then I would be apologetic because I felt bad, but we can't feel bad for not understanding. It's just how our brains are wired differently. So I would say, I'm so sorry, I still don't get it, or I still don't understand. And at that time, it's like their fuse got shorter and shorter, and they got irritated, and you know, they would just say, just forget it, it doesn't even matter. Well, okay, now we feel bad because, well, we wanted to understand, and we're trying to understand, but you're not giving us a chance to understand. This one's very interesting because, I don't know, it's just, I think it's just different. But unconventional gift giving. So for myself, I like to do those little things. So maybe I'll write you a note and leave it on your mirror or in your car, or maybe we talked about turtles one day, and I'm gonna buy this tiny stuffed turtle or a turtle keychain. And so those small gifts that we do, they mean a lot to us, and it's not so much that it has to be reciprocated, but it would be nice for the person that we're with to try to learn and understand us, and then to how to also show how they appreciate us. I was with someone and they didn't quite do that, so I was always leaving the cards or the notes or I got an energy drink, and I, try to match some cute little poem with the name of the energy drink, because they had a long day coming up. And it's not that you have to do the same thing for us, but again, just kind of to navigate through us and see what we might like, because at some point in time, we're gonna not feel like we mean so much to you if you're not finding a way to show us that, hey, I really enjoy being with you, and I'm really enjoying our time, I enjoy this relationship, and so on. Routine. And I'm always talking about routine because we live on routine, basically. Now there are days where I can stray off my routine, for the most part, but I have to at least end the day on my routine, and then the next day I'll kind of get back on it. But so if you start messaging me good night or good morning or both, then I'm going to kind of think that you're always going to do that. So if you do that for the first couple weeks, and then you suddenly stop, I'm going to wonder, well, what happened? And it's not that we become insecure, we're just wondering, it's part of the routine that you've put us on of, okay, so I message him goodnight every day, and now I'm not. Well, I don't know what happened, but it's the same thing with good morning. So, and to probably a neurotypical, that can be exhausting, because they might not want to tell you good night or good morning every day, or ask you how your day is. But if it's something that you've adjusted us to, and if we don't like it, then of course, we're gonna tell you, hey, you don't have to tell me good night, you don't have to ask me how my day is. But for the most part, it's just another way of showing that you would appreciate us. So I know that when I was with someone and everyone kind of does in the very beginning. But I was dating someone for a little bit, and they started off like that, and then here and there, randomly, I just fell asleep. And so didn't tell me anything. And then the whole goodnight thing kind of faded out. It took me some time to readjust and just kind of let it go. But then when the good morning thing was fading out, that was a little bit more difficult. And then, if we speak up about it, in my experiences, they just thought that, okay, we're being too dramatic, or we're being too much. But it's not. It's the small appreciation goes a long way, for us. For me, it does. And this one kind of ties into that routine, or that of saying good night, good morning, etc. Something that seems insignificant to you is not always the case for us. So if you call me every day on your lunch break, I enjoy that, and I'm looking forward to that. So I've mentally made a note that your lunch break is every day at 1, and you're calling me every day at 1. And then if one day you don't take a lunch break, but you don't tell us that you didn't, we put this time aside, and we're kind of wondering, well, they haven't called, I wonder why. And again, it's not anything about being insecure, it's the fact that we've built this routine around our day for you to call us, because you have been. So if something comes up and you just can't call like you have been, that means a lot to us. So then it's just better if you just send us a text later on, hey, not taking a lunch break, or hey, got super busy, sorry, I know I call you every day, but I can't do it today, but I'll call you on my way home. Now that will kind of throw us off just a little bit, but at least we are aware, and we just lost my train of thought once again. But at least we are aware, and we came across your mind, and you value us enough to let us know. Now, I can't speak for everyone, right? But those are some things of what it's like to date someone that is autistic, such as myself. And can it be difficult? Yes. Is it different? Yes. Is it always a learning process? Yes. But it's a learning process, not just for you, but for us also. But it also can be very beautiful. And those little things that seem so difficult to navigate through are also some of the reasons that it doesn't work out by being with someone that is autistic. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. It's taken me a long time to get to the point of where I'm at now with that mindset. But, and I want to say this part, if anyone ever tells you that it is because I've never dated somebody like you, or you being autistic makes it kind of hard, or anything to do with you and your diagnosis, it's not you, it's them. They don't have the patience to try to learn and understand you, and they also don't value themselves enough to value you. So as I'm thinking of how to close out this video, I thought about, I talk so much, especially on my TikTok, about autism and like dating on the autism spectrum, or love languages of autistics. I'm doing all these things about a relationship aspect, but I've never really touched base about being autistic and dealing with a breakup, or being autistic and getting ghosted, which those are difficult. I will probably add those into the next few videos, because just as it is important to be able to understand who we are as an autistic person in a relationship, it's also important to understand who we are and how to manage ourselves and get over a breakup or being ghosted. Until then, thank you for watching.